Track 5, Unit 8, Exercise 1. You will hear 5 short extracts in which people are talking about the job they wanted to do when they were young. For questions 1 to 5, choose from the list A to H what each speaker says. Use the letters only once. There are 3 extra letters which you do not need to use. You now have 30 seconds to look at the questions. Speaker 1.
My dad used to own a restaurant, and every weekend I had a job helping out in the kitchen. I guess he wanted me to be a chef or something like him. But I used to spend my time looking at the customers instead. I was fascinated by how they behaved, whether they would tip the waiters and why, things like that. I read lots of books on both animal and human behaviour too, and ended up doing zoology at university, and then becoming a university lecturer on that subject. A bit different from looking into people's minds, which is what I was keen on in my younger days.
Speaker 2.
I guess everyone wants to do something really cool when they're young, don't they? Like being a pop singer or flying to the moon on a space rocket. I never did really. I used to read lots of crime books when I was younger and try and copy the style. I think I saw myself as another Agatha Christie, producing loads of paperbacks. It's funny really, as my sister joined a band and became quite famous. I ended up working in a zoo, looking after the elephants. I love it, and can't imagine doing anything else now.
Speaker 3.
I wasn't very good at school, only at music and drama. My teachers put me in all the stage productions we had. I would spend ages learning the words of the tunes till I was word perfect. I loved everything about it, from the costumes to standing on stage with the audience clapping. It was all I ever wanted to do. Anyway, things didn't turn out that way, as I didn't get into drama school. Now I see real-life drama on the streets, investigating crime. I'm what they call a criminal psychologist. I still get to perform, though, but usually in court, giving evidence.
Speaker 4.
What was I like when I was young? Well, I loved helping my mum do the cooking, and I was always reading science fiction. I never saw these as my future careers, though. It was always animals for me, I guess. Nothing huge, more spiders and lizards. I could see myself spending my life taking care of them, teaching the public about them too. My mum thought I was mad and spent her time trying to convince me to do enough schoolwork to go into science, maybe even be an astronaut.
Speaker 5.
My brother wanted to be a famous detective. He even bought a magnifying glass and a notebook where he'd write down what the neighbours were doing. I think they must have thought he was a bit weird. I always did. He thought I was weird too, I guess. He'd make fun of me spending all my time in the kitchen following different recipes. He didn't mind eating the results, though, so I reckon I must have done something right. And I actually fulfilled my childhood ambition, as I'm beginning to get quite well known now. He, on the other hand, is more normal and ended up as a teacher at our local college, teaching creative writing.